Now, some people may consider these old school rules to be outdated, unfair, even sexist. Me? I say to hell with the haters. These old school etiquette rules are needed in today's day and age and are still relevant. Starting things off, let's talk about the old school rule of helping a woman to be seated. Now, this rule also applies to children. It applies to anyone that needs assistance. And I think that's the key to this rule. Anyone that needs assistance. And let's look at the history. Why women? Why are they singled out? Because it used to be, especially during the Victorian era, women actually had difficulty getting around because their clothing was difficult, not only to put on, to take off, but it was also difficult simply to move around in and around space. So a gentleman would always understand that a woman's clothing, hey, she's dressing in a certain way, he would help her to be seated. Now, in today's day and age, is it practical? Does a woman need our help to be seated? Of course not. But why do I still advocate that a gentleman should help a woman to be seated? For me, it's a sign of respect. All of us have mothers. All of us have had women who have sacrificed to help us achieve greatness in life. I think about my mom working 3 jobs. I think about my aunt working 2 jobs and allowing me to live with her while I was growing up. I think about my sisters. I think about my wife. I think about my daughters. Setting the example of how human beings should treat other human beings. And guys, that's what it's about. It's simply treating other human beings with respect. Next up, we've got opening doors. Same line of thought here. It's about showing respect. So I think that a man should open doors for women. I think a man should open doors for other men, for children, for anyone that needs assistance, especially for someone that needs assistance. When you see someone and they're maybe a little bit out of the way, they're ahead of you, but they've got their arms full. Be the guy that goes out of his way to assist. Look out for your fellow human beings. And that's really all opening doors, whether it be into a building, whether it be into a car. Just simply do it out of respect for your fellow human beings. Next up, let's talk about being honest. Having the courage to give your honest opinion, even when it's not politically correct. Now, a lot of people are going to say, let's not ruffle feathers. Let's not start a fight. Let's not offend anyone. And yeah, you shouldn't maybe necessarily talk about religion or politics. That can lead to pretty bad fights. But if you understand the art of conversation and you can bring things back, you can dial them down, you can dial them up. What you can have are great conversations. You know, social media isn't the place for conversation. I think a lot of people, they try to have their conversations there and they find that, oh, people get all riled up. People don't listen. Of course they don't, because it's anonymous people talking to anonymous people behind their computer screens. But when you're face to face at these holiday parties, when you're engaging with someone and you're having a heart-to-heart conversation, what can happen here is that actually you can get people to think. You can start to think about something, and that's the key, is you've got to understand the art of conversation. Being able to punch, to jab, to defend, to be able to go and be open to what this person has to say and to be able to repeat back to them and to understand their point of view. We do this by being honest, not by hiding behind, not wanting to offend. Next up, let's talk about giving up your seat. Should a man always give up his seat for a woman? I'm a little bit old school. I think the answer is mostly yes, but it depends on the situation. I think men, though, should be aware of what's going on around them and say, hey, you know, those kids over there, they're about to fall over. I should give up my seat to them. That woman over there could be pregnant. I should give up my seat to her. That older guy that can barely stand, I should give up my seat to him. That younger guy that maybe looks like he just had surgery, came in on a walker, I should give up my seat to him. Look around, be observant. Now, of course, if she's on the other side of the car, she just came in, if you try to give up your seat on the other side, by the time you let her know and get her over there, someone's already going to have taken that seat. So you got to be aware, you got to be practical. But I do believe that when men show by example, we get up and we give our seats up, other men notice this. And this is what it does. It creates a society in which people are nicer to each other. We lead by example, other people see it, and we change society by first improving and changing ourselves. Next up, let's talk about paying for the meal. When a man takes a woman out, should he pay for the date? My answer is yes, you should pay for the date. A little bit old school, but here's the thing, is that 80% of women still believe and still use this as a test to determine if they're gonna go out again with the guy. So guys, just go ahead, suck it up that first one. Now do you need to pay the second, third, fourth, fifth? Well, you can make a judgment call there. Maybe there you wanna go Dutch, or maybe it can be like, hey, I will pay for the first date and you pay for the second one. Again, kind of encouraging to go out with her again. The point is this is something that, yes, does not logically make sense, but most women are looking at it from, he should pay for the first date if he wants to go out with me again. Again, Maybe not fair, but that's just the way it is. Now, what about when you're out with the guys, or you got a few families that are together having a big meal, they give you one check? Well, in this case, ask for the check to be split, or maybe look around. If you're aware that the family you're with, they came out because you invited them. Understand that you should probably foot the bill for this instance. If you understand that there's other people here that they're going to have trouble paying the bill. Maybe someone just lost their job. Maybe throw a little bit in extra and just say, hey, no, don't worry about it, man. You'll get me next time. I love it when a man can be generous. And that's what I'm always looking for in friends. People that give, not necessarily money, but people that give of themselves, they give of their time. Now, I'm not talking about having a whole bunch of mooches around you that are going to, take advantage of you. But I am saying once, especially if it's a one-time get together, don't be afraid to actually take care of it. Next up on this list, asking your girlfriend's father for her hand in marriage. Basically, you're asking permission from your future in-laws to join the family. And that's what I view this. Some people say, oh, it's sexist. It's like he is selling her. No, it's not like that. For me, it's simply insurance, because I'm going to be stuck with these people. I'm going to be seeing them at holidays. I'm probably going to stay with them. If things get really bad, we may go live with them. Point being is I want these people on my side. And you genuinely should care for them, get to know them, and want to share this big moment so they can be part of it. And that's the thing. It's just simply about bringing them in and about building the relationship. Next up, let's talk about parties with dress codes. You may read that some people say, yeah, don't ever throw a party with a dress code because you don't want to put someone in an uncomfortable situation if they don't have the clothing, they don't own it. Here's the thing is, by having a dress code, you're very clear. You actually make it easier for people to know what to wear to the party, especially when it's a nicer party. In addition, you set the ambiance. And guys can go out and they can rent clothing. They can borrow from friends. Women, they borrow dresses all the time. The point is, when you have a dress code, you set a mood. And there's nothing wrong with having a party with a dress code. Saying a prayer before a meal. Now, you may be an atheist, but if you're somebody's guest, if this person is paying the bill, if this person has invited you to the party, then yeah, you can actually go through it. Maybe you don't have to, pray, do whatever you want to do, meditate. But the point being is whoever is hosting this, if they want to give a prayer, that's all on them. Now, if you were invited and you find that people here are not very spiritual, they're not very religious, you don't want to stop everything and say, hey, I need to give a prayer. I need to bless this food. That's going a little bit beyond. Although you can maybe speak with the hostess or host about it and see if they would be open to something like that. Point being is you respect the person that is hosting that party, that has put this together. Bringing the hostess a gift. Now, some people say, oh, what a suck up. Oh, that's not necessary. I think it is necessary. When you're visiting someone's home for the first time, find out, okay, do they drink alcohol? Maybe bring them a really nice bottle of whiskey, bring a wine, put a nice bow on it. And if they're not into that, then find something else. Bring flowers. Maybe she's really into olive oils. Maybe there's something you can bring from your area. I live in Wisconsin. We've got, really good maple syrup. You find something that you can bring and present to the home when you're visiting. This is a small gesture, but an important gesture. I think a lot of people look over and they forget that actually I think it's pretty important. Next up, we've got walking a woman home. Walking her to the bus stop to make sure she gets on safely, driving her home, going out of your way to make sure that she gets to her home safely. Here's the thing is, yes, I know that men get attacked, but women get attacked a lot more. Make sure that you look out for other people, especially for the ladies in your life. The next old school etiquette rule you need to follow: don't interrupt conversations. And guess what? You're interrupting your own conversations whenever you're talking with someone and you feel that phone buzz. What do? You reach in, you pull it out, you check that text message. Guys, stop it. How to do this? I've got you covered in this video right here. I talk about being addicted to phones, all the issues that we face with these devices, and how to navigate the modern manners men need to know when it comes to phone etiquette. Check out this video right here. I'll also link to it down in the description.